Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to another session of Teens in 20. Thank you for spending your lunchtime with us, because we've got a really exciting session today on the hot topic of accessibility features in Windows 11. So just want to kind of like take it back a little bit, really, and kind of go back to Microsoft's mission of empowering each and every person and organization on the planet to achieve more. What does this really mean? What does this really mean? There are 1 billion people in the planet that have a disability, according to the World Health Organization. We all could use accessibility features in our day-to-day lives, not only to make it easier for those 1 billion people who have a disability, but also ourselves as well, making us more proactive and efficient in our working lives. So just to kind of give you a little bit of an update, really, you may have already noticed this, but previously our Windows 10 accessibility features have been called ease of access in settings. We've now updated it to be called accessibility with a little person as an icon. So when you're looking through settings, definitely have a look for that, because we've done a bit of rebranding and this is what it's now called. Where do you find it? So if you pop into settings, the quickest way to go is literally just down there. You can see the little blue arrow pointing to the accessibility, and all of these new features come up, which we'll run throughout the session. So you can have a little bit of an idea as to what each of the components are. Here are a couple of really fun shortcuts. So if you're a shortcut lover, definitely take a screenshot snip of this slide now, or go back to the superheroes community to go and grab it, because there are some super great links there. To get onto the shortcut page, literally Windows key and then and it will take you straight there, and you have access then to all of the different accessibility features, and you can pop them all on. There's little toggles for each of the components which you can slide and personalize to your own preference. My personal favorite one from here is Windows key H. So if you're going to take anything away from the session, give Windows key H a try, because what that does is it activates a voice setting. So what you can do is you literally type in, you click in a type message box, press Windows key and H, and you'll be able to see all of the, or you'll be able to just speak, and it will just transcribe it basically for you, which you can then click send to the person that you want to send a message to. We can go through that in more detail, but keep that one in mind, because it's definitely a very helpful tip. And yeah, give all of these a go. They are fantastic. Fantastic. So here are a couple of different aspects of the accessibility tools in Windows 11 that have been updated. So controlling with your eyes. Now this feels a little bit futuristic at times, but actually it's really cool. So you can go onto the settings accessibility feature, and you can see a little toggle saying control with your eyes. If you move that toggle across, you can literally type with your eyes. So kind of there'll be a screen that comes up on your laptop, and you'll be able to just look at the letters that you want to type, and it will type them for you, as well as the voice typing one. Windows key H, great tip for the day. That's always really handy as well. You've also got the narrator too. So this is definitely one of the ones that has expanded throughout the Windows 10 to Windows 11 transition. So with the narrator, it used to be I think it was like Computer David who was the voice of Windows 10, but now you've got a whole list of voices that you can choose from, which is super exciting, and it makes it a bit more of a companion, a little bit more natural voices too, which is quite good. And that basically acts by if you have a notification that pops up, it will read out to you. So yeah, definitely worth having a play around with that as well. And then obviously Windows Hello. I think most people are aware of that now. You know, literally your computer, you don't have to type in a password anymore. It can facial recognize you, and then log in. So that's always quite a handy one to activate as well. There's also some really, really cool tips on tailoring your view. So for those with low vision users who maybe are sensitive to different types of light, maybe you're colorblind, struggle to see different colors, maybe find it a little bit hard with the contrast, this is a really, really great feature that can help you out there. So there are loads and loads of different colors that you can choose from, and you can just tailor to what you think works best for you. This is also quite a good one if you just like to have everything color coordinated like me and like everything to be pink or blue. You can do that with this. So it's definitely a super handy one to have, especially with the different color contrast too, to make it really clear where you're clicking, making sure that you're clicking the correct button and everything, and to take you where you want to go. As well as this, there's also a magnifying tool. So if you like me and you tend to forget your glasses all the time, this one is a fantastic one, because all you have to do is click on the magnifier little tool bit that you'll get if you activate it in the settings, and you just zoom in. And it's really, really easy, super, super smooth for you to go and have a look, and it will move around with your mouse. So it's not like, you have to click and you have to hold. You can move it around as you go. So if there's a long block of text that you want to go through, it's definitely a really good one to have a look for and have a play around with. There are so many different features, and this is one of my favorites. Catch every word. So hearing conditions can be often invisible disabilities. Some people can be quite hard, sometimes it can be quite hard to hear people, especially if it's in a big environment that's really busy and lots of people talking over each other. It can be quite hard to focus on the other person. But and also if English isn't your first language, that can also be quite challenging. So actually, there are some features that Windows 11 have come out with that are super, super handy. One of them being live captions. So basically this, and we can go into it in more detail in the demo, is you speak and it just has the live captions coming up. So whether you're having a meeting with somebody in person, even, it will capture what people are saying, kind of like a transcribe but not recorded. So you just see the words as they pop up. Same if you're watching a video or if you're on a Teams call. It's really fantastic just to be able to read and to listen. Especially like if you're a bit of a multi-learner as well and you like to learn in different ways, that's a really fantastic one to give a go. I've used it in the past doing some of the exams, and it's saved me so much time because you also can use them for your notes as well. So definitely a really, really good tool to use, whether you're hard of hearing or just genuinely want to have two ways of consuming information. That's also a fantastic thing to use. Also mono audio as well. So this is fantastic in terms of creating that level environment. So with mono audio, you are literally whoever's speaking will be at the same volume throughout the whole conversation. So if you are in those busy environments and sometimes people are speaking more loudly, sometimes people are speaking more quietly, this is great because it makes it all the same. So your ears can get used to it, and you're able to properly pick and highlight the person that you're with and speaking and having that conversation with. So that's also quite a good one in terms of capturing every word. Get in the zone. So get in the zone is something that everybody could use. In modern day world, it's we've got loads of distractions coming up left, right and center, getting pinged on Teams. You might have emails going on in the background. It can be really hard to get that deep focused work. And also, like, with like hearing conditions, neurocognitive conditions as well are nearly always invisible. So neurodiversity, it's all about brain functions and your brain activates in a different way. Conditions like ADHD, autism, dyslexia, this can also help with that too. Taking out all of those distractions. It integrates with To-Do and Spotify. So if you are if you are one of those people that likes to listen to music as you're doing your deep work, Spotify can still be on in the background, and you still have your to-do list. Tick off those tasks as you go through. Now, as you can see on the demo, you can choose like how much time you want to spend doing it. I think optimal time is probably about 20 minutes, for proper focused work. So you can set that timer, and then after 20 minutes, it will give you a notification saying, time for a break. You can go and have your break. You can answer those Teams messages and emails, and then go back to that focused work when you're ready. So that's a super exciting one. It's something that we could all use as well. So please do share that tip with everybody, in terms of being accessible and really channeling that focus time. Fantastic. So just to highlight a couple of the quick shortcuts to some of these tools. So Narrator with voice is you press Windows key, Control and Enter, and it will take you here, and you can go through, you can choose how loud you want it, which sort of voice you want. You can really tailor it to your specific needs and preferences. So definitely one to go and have a look, and it will read aloud, the different notifications and things that come up, as well as blocks of text as well. Voice access. So again, this is got to be one of my favorites. Absolutely, that Windows key H, guys, it's amazing. So Windows key H, click in any text box, it will come up, and really just you just speak away the message that you want to say. Didn't mean to rhyme that, but there you go. Always quite a good one. So there's also an automatic punctuation mark as well. So when I go into the demo, I'll show you actually, what you can do is you can set it to have automatic punctuation. Always good, always good. So people really do understand what you're saying. It may not always be 100% correct, but 80% is more than halfway there, and then you can tweak it to make sure that the message is exactly what you want to say. Live captions as well, Windows Control L, guys. So this is also a fantastic one. Like we said earlier, if you want to just have like two streams of information kind of coming in to really help consolidate your learning, really good one to use. You can use it anywhere. So you can use it on site with your customers or within your team meetings that are in person. If you just want to have that transcribe there, really good one to use. Equally, you can have it in the same as a Teams meeting as well. So that's Windows key Control L. And captions can be docked at the bottom of the screen, so you can move it around. You can move it around to whatever suits you, and your situation at that time. So just taking you into this Teams page, what I'm going to do is, if you're going into like a Teams channel or a Teams chat, you just need to click at the three dots. And then if you go into here, Immersive Reader, what will happen is that when it loads, it will take you to this screen. So this here is the message that Michael Vermish posted in that Teams chat. And you can do loads of stuff with this. It's really awesome. If you click at the double A's at the top, what will happen is that you will be able to adjust the text size to whatever suits you best. You'll be able to increase the spacing or reduce the spacing. Sometimes it can be really hard to read a load of block text in one bit, but this really kind of breaks it down. You can also change up the font as well. So, you know, if you're a Sitka person or a Comic Sans person or a Cadbury person, there's all of those options too. What I also find quite handy is that you can change the different themes too. So you can make it black background with the white text, really makes the colours pop, makes it so much easier to read. Or equally, if you like yellow, you can go for a yellow one. There are loads of different colours here, so you know you're really not short of options of different backgrounds to choose from. What is also quite fun is that, you know, if maybe English isn't your first language, you can break words up. So, you know, into syllables, for example, it really breaks it up. So, you know, you're almost being able to learn more of the language and the way that it's pronounced by using this, in terms of, you know, breaking that up. You can also highlight the nouns, the verbs, the adjectives, the adverbs, and you can show the labels on that as well. So it really does kind of show you actually what is the noun, what is the adverb. So that's quite good for things like the colour blindness as well. So that's quite handy. The other thing that I wanted to quickly show you was the immersive, the control H text tool. So if we go into Windows H, as you can see, it comes up here. And because I haven't typed in a text box, it doesn't actually show it won't let me do it right now, but you'll be able to use it if you type in a text box. And you can see here, if you press on the settings button, automatic punctuation, really super handy. Voice typing launcher as well, you know, access when you're in the text box. So that's also a really handy tip. Fantastic. Oh yes, and also if English isn't your first language here, you can click on these words and they will show you pictures. So that's always quite a handy thing, so you can actually look and see what it looks like, and what the word means. Fab. So let me just quickly get the presentation back up again. Awesome. So connecting with an accessibility expert, there are loads of things that are out there that can really support you in your accessibility journey, learning, spreading the word, or you know, helping yourself as well. One of my favourite ones here is Be My Eyes. So this is available to everybody. You download it on your phone, and it's available 24/7, 365 days a year. And what you can do is literally, you know, you type in, you press call, somebody will turn up and, you know, ask what can they help with, and you just tell them. So it could be things like, what does this bottle of medicine say? What does this food label say? It can be things like that. So there's really an assistant there to help you. Here are a couple of links as well. So if you've enjoyed today and want to learn a little bit more, definitely have a look down these links. There are so many. The videos are fantastic in terms of really going into those accessibility features in a little bit more depth. There's also the accessibility fundamentals as well, really awesome, and accessibility communities as well. So if you're interested, please do go back and have a look at this slide from the superheroes community. I'll post the links in the chat as well, and yeah, feel free to access those. Fantastic. So the reason why we chose to do this session today, everybody, is because tomorrow is Global Accessibility Awareness Day, a super exciting day. So really do celebrate this with your friends, with your family, with your co-workers. It's an awesome day to really, you know, share a tip, share a tool, share the love with all of these new things that are coming up, and awareness as well. Superheroes community is a fantastic place. We upload all of the slides, all of the YouTube videos on there. So please do have a look and share the link with your colleagues and your friends as well. Thank you very much, everybody.